Gospel means good news. But what is this good news? What is the greatest revelation that a man can have in the gospel? What does the gospel reveal to us? I'm just asking this question. So if you have any idea, there is something that is about the most important thing to note about the gospel. And do you know what it is? It is the righteousness of God. Pastor, how do you say that? Let me tell you what the Bible says. The Bible says, that's Apostle Paul speaking. He said, I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation. For therein is revealed the righteousness of God from faith to faith. For it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. What am I saying? What I'm saying here is this. Apostle Paul is saying he's not ashamed of the gospel. If anything, he's proud of it and will never be intimidated by any circumstance to the point that he will relegate the gospel. For two reasons. One, in the gospel, the power of God is manifested. The power of salvation. The means by which God will save you. The means by which God will intervene to deliver you, to help you. The means by which God brings about reconciliation for you, restoring you into his presence. He says it's through the gospel. And what is the content of the gospel? What is that content of the gospel that causes the power of God to manifest? It is the revelation of God's righteousness. I'm not talking rubbish. I'm saying exactly what's in the Bible. The Bible says, this is how the Bible put it, that therein in the gospel is the revelation of the righteousness of God. So in the gospel, we are able to discover and understand and know the righteousness of God. Wow! Pastor, why is it special to know the righteousness of God? It is, in fact, the most important for me revelation of the gospel is the righteousness of faith. Because it says therein, that's how the Bible puts it, therein is the revelation of the righteousness of God from faith to faith. Meaning that righteousness of God that the gospel reveals to us, that righteousness is something that is apprehended by faith. That's how the Bible says it, the revelation of the righteousness of God from faith to faith. Which means this righteousness that the gospel is revealing to you and to me, it is a concept that you can only apprehend or understand or comprehend by faith. This righteousness of God, it starts with faith, it ends with faith. It is never comprehended or apprehended outside of faith. So what we are saying here is that the essence of the gospel is one. It is the means by which God demonstrates his power to set us free, to save us, to deliver us, to heal us, to prosper us, to give us victory. Is the power of God unto salvation. And he says, what is in the gospel? For therein, inside the gospel, is the revelation of the righteousness of God that is from faith to faith. In other words, this gospel, what it reveals to you is the righteousness of God. Pastor, why is this righteousness? Why is it important? What is so special about it? It is special because that is the most important issue